How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are the buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? All right, welcome everybody to the live stream. Holy smokes. Sorry, I'm a little late. I did want to respect Trey's interview. I didn't want anything to take away from anybody, and hopefully everyone got to take a look at it. And holy smokes, it was insane. Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about, it's a huge day. A lot happened today with just different stocks and stuff. We'll talk about what happened with the stocks. We'll talk about the interview. We're gonna have a good time. All right, let's see. So let's say hi to the chat real quick. Lee, what's up, my friend? Welcome. Hamza, welcome. Interview hype me up. Me too. I'm excited, guys. I'm bullish. What can I say? Rafter, hello. Not dead. Philly says video manipulation on Trey interview is brutal. So I wasn't sure if that was just my interview. It was kind of cutting out, but it didn't seem like he was editing anything out or cutting anything out. It seemed like there was just some weird recording issues, weird video issues. But other than that, I mean, it was all right. Oh, got kicked 20 times. Yeah. I mean, okay, that's what was happening. I was watching on my big screen. Well, my regular TV. And yeah, it was kind of weird. It was like cutting in and out toward the end there. And I was getting a little frustrated, but I really wasn't sure what it was. I just didn't want to miss anything. I was so scared, but I thought it was pretty great. Obviously, exactly what I predicted. He was limited in what he could say about the actual short squeeze. Aron, he was limited in what he could say about everything. Obviously, he has to choose his words very, very, very carefully. He has a lot of legal implications that he could face. But I felt like he did a fantastic job. Both guys, and I've always been an advocate for Aron. I felt like he's done such a good job of rallying the apes, and today was no exception. Absolutely fantastic. Great job. Chip, AMC will go to the moon, confirmed. Excited. I know I was hoping for just a little more of like short squeeze talk. Ugh. What's up, Animal? Let me get caught up just a tad here. Motivating interview, absolutely got kicked. Yeah, people were getting kicked out of the video, I guess. What's up, Salinas? I had to refresh everything. I'm lucky because mine just kind of refreshed itself. It didn't kick me out or get stuck loading or anything. So very weird. Philly says voted yes. I trust the CEO. Yeah, I mean, and I'm so glad. I knew that was going to be a question asked, and I'm so happy with the way he answered it. His promise to not release any additional shares. Everything was just great. It was perfect. YouTube was not liking the interview one bit. Yeah. Hayden says, great interview. Still voting no. I'll vote after the squeeze. Very interesting opinion, but I respect it. It was like AOL in 1995 watching Unreal Player 101 or 1.0. Phone with Owen and Max says yes. This is the catalyst that we needed. Yeah, hopefully, guys, I really hope that this rallied some people. People are hyped up, people are excited, and I really hope that people and here's the deal, whether they vote yes or no, whatever, I'm seeing a few opinions on the yes or no's. Whichever way they vote, I'm okay with it. And at the same time, it's a bit of a tricky situation because Adam, he obviously knows what he's doing. And if you watch the interview, they're not going to release it for any of 2021. They're not going to, and something I did want to say is they're not going to release, he said specifically, and I noticed this because he said it very, very specifically, the additional 500 million shares. And I fear that if he panics about, well, I guess there's a few different ways it can go. Number one, I would love to keep the CEO happy. I want him to keep out because he's going to know that apes are holding this stock, and he's going to know that we voted no. He knows that Trey voted no, and Trey has a lot of influence. And I'm sure one of the reasons and that was obviously he drove that point home. Half the interview was him talking about those 500 million shares. And there was a reason for that. This guy's not a fool, okay? His team are not fools. They knew exactly, they prepared for this. They knew exactly what they were going to say. And I'm sure they prepare all the time for just a bunch of different interviews. But he was very specific about the new 500 million shares. He still has that reserve of the 49 million shares, whatever it was, that they can still issue. Now, keep in mind that, I'm worried that he's going to get upset or something. And this is complete speculation, so just follow me here. I don't know. I'm trying to play both sides of it, play devil's advocate with myself. But maybe he'll be happy if we do it, and he won't touch those 49 shares. Maybe he'll get upset and he'll just issue the 49 million shares and say, well, we told you guys to approve the 500 million. You guys didn't. So we're going to go ahead and just do what we have to do and, do the 49 million. Or maybe he'll hold on to the 49 million. I was like, dang, they didn't vote in the 500 million. We're going to have to hold these 49 for dear life. I don't know. Just different ideas, different thoughts. Just me kind of speculating each way. Who knows? Who knows? Trey looked good, all cleaned up. Yeah, Trey did a good job. He did fantastic. He was sitting there you could tell he wanted to, he just wanted to freak out and do his crazy stuff that he does. But he was very calm and composed. He just had a huge grin on his face the entire time, a huge grin. Somebody said here he can't talk about the squeeze. He can't talk about the squeeze, and it's unfortunate. We knew that he probably would not be able to talk about the squeeze. Probably be some serious legal implications for him, but that's all right. Jamie, Big Dog Corey in the house. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jamie, you haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Danny says apes strong together. Apes together strong. We're all strong. We're all apes. And we're strong. Let's see. Glad he came and cleared up everything about the 500 million shares. I completely agree. Hopefully, this gives people the level-headedness to keep it cool, keep it calm, keep it together. You wish says, I trust Adam 100%. This guy has the resume to back up what he's saying. I had no idea he was in Norwegian Cruise Lines. Crazy. I mean, it's so cool to hear his stuff. At first, I thought it was going to be, I was like, oh, come on, let's get to the good stuff. But I can appreciate Trey's thought process and how Trey did all this. Animal says, AMC is not a dead cat. Safe says, I understand they won't use it and it will be in the works, but I believe this will divide the market. We can start the process after the summer. Interesting. Uwish says he's not going to dump all of the shares into the market either. He also has 43 million in his back pocket now. Yeah, 43. I think I've been saying 46, but yeah, we knew it was the 40. I guess it was 43 million. Yeah. Yes. He did pledge not to use them. And again, to be crystal clear, he said very, very clearly that it would be the new 500 million shares. He didn't say anything about the old shares. So just to be crystal clear there. We needed written evidence. Safe. He did say that whenever he says this out loud, that they actually have to file for it. So it is going to be literally written evidence, and it should be filed today. And I'm sure it'll pop up in their filings. Troy says they won't guess you shares unless they won't issue the shares, I guess, unless but the 43 million shares they have left to issue. Their only leverage, which is why they're asking. Right. And here's the deal, guys. Again, the reason I voted yes to all those other ones, like raising their salaries and paying their salaries, whatever it is I need them to be incentivized. I need them to be motivated. I need them to know the apes voted yes. And that is and here's the deal. That might be the wrong thought process, but I would love kind of like a you scratch my back, or I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine type situation, where they're like, okay, well, we know they gave it to us. Let's do what we can. And granted, I think they're just gonna do their best anyways, their job to do the best they can. But I wouldn't mind a little bit of extra incentive. Trey finally shaved for that interview. I thought it was very honest and respectable. If he reneges on his pledge, he better go into hiding. He literally will not be able to renege on his pledge. But again, he does have a small loophole. Let's see. Remy says not going to make a difference, just going to give false hope. Bobby, what's up, my friend? Yuvish says, yeah, seriously, I don't think he will say anything stupid. He didn't have to come out and say a word. Yeah, he didn't have to come on the show. He didn't have to say a word. I love how his point that he made that we work for him. It's kind of weird in a way. It's like, man, he gave us a lot of power, which I appreciate. It feels a little weird for him to say that, but I suppose it's the truth. And I like that his salary, and if you knew anything about kind of CEOs and the structure of like executives and stuff, stock, especially CEOs, stock price is, I didn't know it was that much of their salary. It's over half of their salary. He said 5/8. So just over half of his salary is the stock price of his net worth, I suppose I should say, is the stock price. So it's a big deal. Olive says, I bet Corey's watch because it tracks me. I thought he was running through that interview. Yeah, I mean, I was in there and I was like, it was me and my fiance. She's cool. She watched it with me, and she obviously didn't care as much as I did. But I said, you go, Aaron, or Adam, or whatever, and she thought I was so lame, but I was hyped up. Did he say anything about the recount? No, he did not. And gosh, there's so many different questions. That I'm sure we're gonna look back and like, dang, I wish they would have asked. He did not talk about the recount. Would have been a good question. I didn't even think about that until just now, so that's a great question. I don't know the situation. They might have only had 1 hour, and maybe Aaron, he just said, we have to cut it. There could have also been, I'm sure all the questions were pre-screened as well. This way, I'm sure Trey had to submit all of his questions like a week or something, or days before, at the least, or at the most, one of the ways. I'm sure he had to submit them a few days before, for sure. And I'm sure they were all pre-screened and said this way he was prepared for all the questions and yada yada. But even then, and I'm sure they said, no, we can't ask this, you can't ask that, you can't ask this. But I do think that it'll be good. I think it'll be fantastic. But either way, it was a good job. Trey did great. But no, I wish that he would have said something about the recount, to answer your question, I guess. I wonder if possible Amazon acquisition is in the future. Again, that was probably one of those questions he's not allowed to ask. Any kind of acquisition, anything like that. I'm sure it's a very big deal if Adam even gets close to answering that. Joel says, I really enjoyed his analogy referring to the 500 million authorized shares as ammo because he wants to go on the offensive. Yes. And whenever he said he was going to do a big announcement, I was hoping it was going to be a bigger announcement like what they wanted to do with the 500 million shares. I was hoping he was going to say, I'm going to make this announcement here. We've decided we're doing a streaming platform, something like that. And I was really, really hoping for that. But unfortunately, it was not the case. So, that's that. But either way, still a pretty solid announcement. A lot of very, very, very good information about that. But I do like the way he said that. I think he had great, great, great analogies. If you watch the channel, I absolutely love my analogies, just to make it super simple for the smooth brains like myself to understand. And if you already understand it, maybe help you understand it a little bit more with a little more, examples, context. I really like that. Let's see. Sorry, just jump in. Did you change your mind on your vote? So I did vote no originally on these shares. I did vote, but I did check the option for them to like have the opportunity to change my mind. And basically it was like, if you like say yes to this, so that we can, if we don't like one of your answers, we can revisit it to switch it. I personally, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I wouldn't mind voting yes. He wouldn't do it just yet. I think I'm going to think about it for a little bit. And if anybody has any arguments as to why to vote yes or no, I'd love to hear it. I feel like I wouldn't mind if it was a yes at this point, just because of the way he's going to use it. And again, I do want to keep them happy. But if anybody has any opinions, I'd love to hear what you have to say. I am so far behind on this chat. I don't know if I'll ever catch up. Chris says, can we vote no and then have an emergency meeting on if need be? I'm not sure if that's actually an option for us. I'm not sure how the emergency meetings would work. I'm not too sure. But again, he wants it in his back pocket, because whenever they're going to use it, or if they were in a position where they would need to use it, it would be too late. By the time it went through, it passed. I don't know if there's an appeal process or something, but I don't know how that works. But I think it's important to keep that in mind. I would rather AMC have it in their back pocket for their future. And remember, they didn't use the previous ones for, several years. It was like 2 or 3 years. Like, they approved it, they didn't use any for the first few years. And then, it took them I forgot the timeline. I think it was like 4 or 5 years or something for them to use most of the shares. And they're still sitting on shares from, I think it was 2013. Not very much, but still, good job. Good stuff. I think there is some confusion about me saying, oh no, I don't think there's any confusion about the 500 million shares of the way I've explained it. About he said he won't use those 500 million shares, but he didn't say anything about the 40 million. And maybe I'm overlooking, maybe I'm thinking too far into this, but the way he said it, the verbiage was very specific. Hey, what's up, Michelle? Michelle says, best CEO ever. He didn't have to do that. Plus the amount of time he gave to Trey. Yeah, I'm sure it's very cool stuff. And toward the end, you could tell he was digging it. He was having a good time. He knew he nailed it. And he was having a good time. So good for him. And I've been saying it, guys, from the beginning. He knows how to rally the apes. And look at us, rallied. Wendy says Debbie Downer. If you're talking about me, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm bullish. I love it. But I just want to give you guys all of the facts just to think about it. I'm not a YouTuber says he offered us the best of both worlds. We can get the squeeze and he gets the ammo to save his company, to support AMC. If it squeezes, I'll leave some shares in there. My 2 cents. Thank you for sharing. Maybe he couldn't talk about the recount. Right. That's what I think as well. He probably was not allowed to talk about the recount. And again, I'm sure they were very serious with Trey saying, look, do not embarrass this man. Do not have any questions. Do not have any questions out of left field. If you ask a question that is off the top that we deem bad or whatever, or we deem unfair, we'll pull the entire plug. I'm sure he just signed some very serious documents. So, it's, we just have to keep in mind that whenever it's such big stakes, and I understand, this guy, if Adam would have said something crazy, he, Trey just tweeted, I am not a dead cat. What was I saying? Adam, oh my gosh, I lost my, it's very serious implications if Adam said anything wrong, and they would pull the plug instantly. And, I'm sure there's some very serious complications there. So all good. But yeah, I bet that he was not able to talk about the recount. Troy says, if you look at all the other comeback stocks reaching new all-time highs, zoom out on AMC was 33 at an all-time high. You won't be a bear anymore. Yeah, I agree. And I've been talking about stocks, most of the stocks, even the S&P 500 today just hit an all-time high. Not a yearly high, not a monthly high, an all-time high. And a lot of these stocks are hitting these all-time highs. And I would not be surprised in the least bit if AMC goes to an all-time high of over $30. Would not be surprised in the least bit if that happens. Yeah, and it seems so. Ray has a good point here. Ray says recount is too close to stock talk, and you can tell Trey whenever he was asking, he said, I forgot his exact verbiage, but it was essentially like, I know we can't talk. He recognized that they could not talk specifically about stock price, things like that. And of course, Adam Aaron did say, and maybe that was Adam Aaron's rule or something, but maybe it's Adam Aaron's rule to protect himself from possible legal implications. Kind of hard to speculate there, but yeah, I think Ray, you're on the right track there with it's too close to talking about like actual stocks, the actual stocks. So Connor says, "What's up? Actually, very good interview. Surprised it was so long. Good to hear no shares are being sold this year." Yeah, well, hopefully. Again, I think he still has those 46 million in his back pocket. Josh says, incredibly humble of the CEO willing to do that. Very smart of him to take advantage of that platform, but still took humility to interview with a 23-year-old. Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind, like, they know that. And again, I spoke about this the other day. Just statistically speaking, like if you look at the actual numbers, most of the people holding the stock are apes because institutional ownership is around, let's say, 16%. Who do you think is holding the other, what's it, 85%? Granted, I'm sure there's other people as well, but the approximate 85%, 84%, whatever it would be. Who do you think is holding that stuff? Like, that would be the apes, just based on the math. And I think that he knows that he needs to rally us. He knows he wants to, and he wants those 500 million shares, which is why he talked about it so much. And I don't blame him for wanting that as a CEO. He wants those, like he said, he wants those tools. He wants those in his wheelhouse just to pull it out to make sure he's good. Because you know what? If they didn't release it the last time, like, then they probably would have gone bankrupt during COVID if they hadn't approved it last time. And that was what did he say, 5 or 10 years ago, whenever it was, maybe around there. But it's a big deal for them. He's thinking for the future, which is great. We're a little more short-term thinking, I would say, just because of the squeeze and everything. But even then, he's thinking more in the future. He seems to not really care about the squeeze. He thinks I'm sure he has some great opinions about it. I'm sure he would love if the squeeze happened. But at the same time, at the very least, for the squeeze to happen so that the hedge funds get off their back, because they've been heavily shorted, I'm sure, for a very long time. And yeah, so very interesting stuff. I also loved that he said how the whenever the share price goes up, or like whenever they issue the new shares, the share price goes up, and it's doubled and tripled and stuff, and very, very interesting stuff that us apes didn't really seem to catch on to, and that would have been some good stuff to research. So it just goes to show, all of the YouTubers and and most of the apes and stuff, or I would say most of the apes and YouTubers, which are regular people. We're trying to figure it out with you guys. We're trying to figure it out. I think we have a great community where we're all communicating with each other and presenting information. But at the same time, I didn't really see anyone talk about the last time they issued shares. The price went up, and the share price, the price per share went up, and all this stuff. So just things to keep in mind, And I'm not trying to discredit anybody. I'm just giving you guys the facts. I'm not trying to mislead anyone or let what I say. Oh, I know everything. No, I don't. Like, and I'll be honest with you, that's something that people seem to have missed, huh? This is okay. So John says, I think he probably hinted the 500 million shares as a means for acquisitions like Amazon, but probably a stretch. Yeah, I think a bit of a stretch there, but I like where your head's at. Are you going to change your vote? Hey, what's up, Diamond? Welcome. Again, I'm not too sure how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I'd be okay to change my vote to yes. I really don't mind it too much. Again, I'd love to hear your guys' opinion if anyone has a thought. Oh gosh. Do, 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 do. This chat is flying by. Thank you guys for participating in the chat. Holy smokes. He gave his son's shares for the squeeze. Yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, he gave it to them to, you know, as a big gift, maybe a 30th. I don't know. I think he said they're 30, so maybe it was a 30th birthday gift, something like that. I'm not really sure, but basically, yeah. Let's see. Zunga says, waiting for the official filing with the SEC. Adam Sarin said it in the video. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be filed. I mean, he's not gonna. He said it. It's like proof. Even if it files, well, I think they said legally they have to file it today. I'm sure it'll appear tomorrow or you know, I think it should have appeared today, but we'll have to see. Damon says, Corey, I feel bad. I lost money in the Coinbase, so I'm rebuying AMC. Yes, and that's yes. My yes. Be careful with that, guys. And remember, I mean, think about it. You sold, you know, we take a look at AMC on the one day. I think you probably sold around here $8 or something, and now it's at $9. You know, and granted, you know, what is it, 30, 40 cents a share, 50 cents a share, whatever it was. But you have to be careful, guys, whenever you sell out of your position to hop on something else, because I did not sell my position, but the opportunity cost, right? What did I do? I wanted to buy AMC or GameStop. I was anticipating a dip. They did not dip any further today. And so I got a little excited about the Coinbase IPO. I got in here right at the beginning. As soon as it IPO'd, I was one of the first orders filled at 381. And look at me now. Look at me now. So I do think this is going to be a good long-term hold in the future. However, it is right now consolidating, and who knows, maybe it'll skyrocket over the next few days, but that's okay. I feel okay with my position. Obviously, I wish I was. I don't like IPOs. I broke my rule to hop in this IPO. I thought about hopping out very quickly whenever it was skyrocketing. After I saw this right here, I was like, oh crap. I was like, oh boy, this is not. Oh, and I was like, no, diamond hands. And I diamond handed. And I'm going to continue to diamond hand until I'm in a better position. So we'll see. But this is one of those stocks that I will invest in. This is probably one of my, you know, post squeeze long-term investments, because I feel like this is going to be a very, very, very good long-term investment. And so, yeah. Manser says, Webull, is it legal in the USA? And what about Forex? Can I trade in this website? Yeah, I mean, this is Webull right here. I use Webull to trade. Actually, I gotta put my phone over it. Coin, yes. Chris says, do you know what prompted AMC to execute the extra shares in the past? The example you gave, I think you mentioned it in the interview. What was the catalyst? Anyone remember the catalyst for releasing the additional shares? Oh, maybe he didn't mention it. Did he? I really can't recall. I thought he mentioned it, but unfortunately I'm drawing a blank. But either way, you know, honestly, I don't want to say I don't care what it was issued for, but even then, you know, what do we care about? We care about the stock price. That's what it is. We care about the squeeze, the stock price, and everything. And he seems like a smart guy. Like, and to his credit, he said anytime they've released the additional shares, the stock price has gone up. We're afraid of the dilution. The stock price is going to go down. Personally, I think there's a little more than the stock price going down with those additional shares. I'd rather the hedge fund not have additional shares to be able to purchase, and they have to purchase our shares, which would cause a squeeze. But that's what I think. Oh, there's still stocks for me to buy tomorrow. Yeah, I know, guys. AMC. If you guys are not keeping up with AMC, I wish this was me. Twitter, Matt Kors. If you guys are not keeping up with this, then I'll keep up with it for you. But look, right here, boom. AMC short interest. A record high of 21.22%. Shares on loan, another record of 138.74. Utilization, 97.50%. Like, guys, like I said, the stars are aligning. Hey, Mo, what's up, buddy? I was gonna look something up, and then Mo distracted me. I was gonna look up DTCC filings. All right, let's see what we have here. No, nothing new, which is okay. And this goes back to my point of the stars are aligning. We were coming into alignment, and I cannot wait. I think we need a catalyst. I think with these numbers, all we need is a catalyst, and this could be a catalyst tonight with the Trey's interview, where, you know, get people hyped up, excited, like I am right now, and hopefully that brings more people into there. Hopefully more people get excited, they hop in, and they freaking just do it. But yes, I'm really looking forward to all of this stuff, and I think that in order for these to change, we're going to see a crazy move. These guys are running out of places. They go to the dark pools. We shine a light on the dark pools. There are apes watching their every single move. I really believe the SEC, DTC, NSCC, all these guys are watching their every move. They can look at their books, and now they're just waiting for the approval for something like 801, for example, for them to be able to force them to cover their positions, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be fan freaking tastic. Something I did want to show you guys. Let me show you guys this, because I think this is very important. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I know what to do. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something because I think it's pretty interesting. This is a concept, and it was in my earlier, let me actually check my earlier live stream, right? Because I think this is a very interesting thing that I want to talk about. What is this called? Videos. We'll look at my live stream this morning. I'll go ahead and mute this. Whoops. Okay, let's take a look at coin. Where's coin? Wait, what is this? This is the wrong interview. It should be this one. Wait, what? 23 hours ago. Okay, it's not here. Anyways, I'll just do this another way. I'm sorry about this, guys. 1 second. I have a point, I swear. I have a point. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And this is, it was a little different this morning, which is why I liked it better this morning, but this is the Coinbase IPO, right? So we take a look at what is going on. So look at this Coinbase IPO. This is a very interesting theory that I have going on. And currently my theory is, so right, obviously IPO hadn't opened yet. There's no buys, there's only the sells. And earlier, whenever this was listed, there were only sells, only at 300 and higher. Or no, there was 299.50 and higher. Okay, and that was early this morning. And if you were on my stream this morning, you saw that it started at 300, even though the IPO was supposed to start here at 250. And so theoretically, I believe this is a similar situation that would happen for the short squeeze, right? Because, oh, sorry, Wendy. Because if it would have started and, let me zoom in and hide these for a second, right? Let's say we started here from 250. Let's start at 299. It just gaps up instantly. That's where it's going to open. That's where it's going to sell at, right? Just going to instantly gap up. And here's what happened. People started selling early, selling too early, selling too low, right? And granted, it's still kind of gapped up and stuff, but either way, I'm sure these were all filled very, very quickly. And it just gapped up here. And so this is why it's so important for people to keep in mind that the higher, people set these sell limits, and I don't think people are setting them high enough. And granted, here's the deal. Set them at whatever you want. Make sure you're happy. Make sure you're taken care of. This is not financial advice. But theoretically, if people have set them higher, what I'm getting at is if people would have set these at 400 starting, I believe this stock would have gapped up from 250 to 400, and it gapped all the way up to 381. Now imagine if these weren't here, basically slowing it down. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's really something there that I'm glad I was able to get the screenshot. And the screenshot I had this morning literally started at way higher, and you can see how people kind of mess themselves up because they get scared. And so I wanted to bring that up really quick. I just realized we haven't even talked about AMC or GameStop on the day. Let's take a look at that, and we'll get back to the chat. We're having a good time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Let's keep it going. So let's see. On the 1 day, AMC was up 5.77%. Not bad. It's been a little rough over the past few days, and we can see that here. A little bit of a dip here. What is this, cup and handle right here? And so we can see, though. Let's take a look. Good little rally to 981, consolidated, closing at 935 on the day, up 1.71% in after hours to $9.51. After this interview, holy smokes, I'm curious what's going to happen. I'm very curious what's going to happen afterwards. Now, as far as GameStop goes, take a look, up 18% on the day. Very, very, very nice. From 143 all the way up to 166. Fantastic. Very, very nice recovery for the stock. And in the after hours, just down like less than 0.5%. So no worries, not too worried about that at all. Dogecoin, let's see how Dogecoin's doing. So Dogecoin having a crazy, let's look at their month. Just a crazy, like, I guess it's the past few days, huh? 5 days, past 5 days? Past 5 days, just crazy run. It hit 14 cents, almost a dollars. I don't know what to say, 14.49. Almost, well, yeah, still 14 cents. Very, very cool, doing very well. Bitcoin was up at, if you guys weren't here this morning, if we look at the 1 day, Bitcoin was all the way at almost $65,000 per Bitcoin, which is just crazy, just absolutely nuts. And so it was doing very, very, very well. M says, you literally were watching your own live stream? No. So I was watching my own current live stream while I was live streaming. It was like Inception. It was crazy. But yeah, so, and then Coinbase, of course, very interesting day. Holy smokes. Coinbase starting at 381, I believe is when it started. I got my shares at 381. And I made it to 429, feeling good. And then my one of my coworkers sent me this candle, and it did not end well for me, is what I'll say. So it went ahead and just kept running down, bounced off at 310. So if I would have waited and not purchased the IPO, I could have gotten it at 310. But that shows, again, I broke my rule. I don't like IPOs. I jumped in the IPO. Whoops. And I'm down a little bit. I feel okay. It's going to be a long-term hold, but that's that. Let me get a sip of water really quick. What is all this closes? Let me see in the chat. Unfortunately, guys, I had a gap down on the chat. If I missed your question, please feel free to ask it again. Please don't spam it though, but I had to jump back down. I was too far behind and it just wasn't going to work for me. Let's see. Good job, good job. All of good job. People are people hyped up, man. Corey about to hit 9K subs. Guys, I'm getting so close to 9K subs, man. Or wait, I should have hit 9K subs, right? Am I not 9K? Let me check. Oh, 9K. Yeah. I thought you meant 8.9K. Yes, I'm so close to 9K sub, guys. I mean, yeah, 9K. Just crazy. Crazy stuff. Hopefully I can get there. Aaron had a bad connection first, and Trey stream started hiccuping. Yeah, it was wild. My tinfoil hat is on. Oh my gosh, so dramatic. For the dip, how's coin doing? I got greedy. I got excited. So I didn't get greedy. I got excited. I thought, and this is what happens when you talk to people who hype you up. They get excited. You guys get excited together, and then you make a crazy play. So that's what happened. I did. Here's the deal. I got in exactly when I wanted to get in. I got in exactly right here as soon as it opened, which is exactly what I wanted. However, it's not what I needed. So that is that. But I still feel good about it. Coin. So coin is Coinbase. And so, you can check out their profile here, their website and stuff. Very cool stuff. I think it's going to be a great long-term hold. It's a big deal, guys. This crypto stuff, if you don't think it's going anywhere, 9K subscriber sell wall, basically. Patrick says that interview was fire. Yes. Interview is very great. Shout out to Trey's Trades. I mean, good job. I'm proud of that guy. He did a very good job. He did so well. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew exactly what he was going to ask. He knew the answers to the questions he was going to ask. Some of them for like or I guess whatever. Aaron, he said, I don't know if you know this, but we did this, and he was like, yes, yes, Matt did get in. That's a good point. So thank you, Ant. That makes me feel a little bit better. Matt Coors did get in coin at 404, and then he's down as well. So me and him are holding strong. Diamond hands are a good thing and a bad thing. I'm holding right now. We'll say in the short term, right now it's a bad thing. But I guess I'm not going to sell at a loss. So I don't know. I'm diamond hands. So I'm just going to keep on holding until something gives. For sure. Rafter says, have you been working on your class material? Do you know when you'll be offering it? I have been working on it. I have been structuring it. That actually reminds me, this Sunday night, I am going to have a stream probably around 8 o'clock Central, and I'm going to show you guys what is going to be happening on the course, and it's going to be your, I don't want to say final chance, but it's going to be one of your last chances. Well, I guess it will be your last chance to give me any kind of input before I start recording. Okay, so make sure you're there, or make sure you watch my video on what is going to be happening in the course, and this way I can have your feedback. Because if I don't have your feedback, then I hate to miss anything, but it's not a big deal. If I miss something in the course, I'm gonna have it so that I can just add a piece to like the middle and just kind of fit it in there. So I think it'll be okay. Patrick says, Meet Kevin has a great video on long-term value on Coinbase based on minimum revenue calculations. Yeah, and I feel like, guys, I really feel like crypto is the future. It is going to be a portion of my portfolio when and if AMC and GameStop moon. After, that happens and I'm, maybe a millionaire, who knows what, maybe a couple million, hopefully, then at that point I will be diversifying, and I'm gonna share all my plays with you guys, exactly where I'll be, exactly what I'll be on, and I'm going to have crypto is going to be a portion of it, and I have a bunch of other plays, and I'll share those with you guys at a different time. Right now, I just kind of want to stay focused on the tasks at hand, I guess. I don't know, on what's going on right now in the current moment. But I have a bunch of plays that I just have on the side that I'm not talking about. I'm not trying to bring any kind of like, I don't know, distractions or anything. I just want one thing at a time. I want to finish this, and then I'm gonna go to the next one, and I feel good about it. Okay, I like this one. Ready for this? So, Humble Electrician says Matt Kors did the same thing. While he got in at over $400, and because he was busy talking to people, people got mad at him saying he told them to buy. He says the same thing about IPO since he's been watching them. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't know he didn't like IPOs either. But yeah, I don't like IPOs. Super volatile, as we see here. And granted, sometimes, and let's look and let's take a look at QuantumScape, right? Taking a look at QuantumScape on look at the 3-month, I guess. We'll go backwards and look at QuantumScape, and this is over the course of, this was the 18th all the way to the 2nd, okay, of August. So this took, over 15 days for this to happen, or about 15 days for this to happen. And after 15 days, look at this, just from $9 to $25, or $20 plus. And it's great. And this goes to show you guys, it is much, much, much harder to hold whenever you're not making the plays. If you guys, for example, the people like this example here, people listen to Matt Kors, they jumped in, and I'm not saying, and to be crystal clear, I'm not saying Matt is wrong. I'm not saying Matt is right. I'm just saying, for people's own convictions, it's much easier to hold a stock that you believe in than a stock that you don't believe in. And I've given these examples before of the stocks that I've jumped in based on someone else's recommendation. It's so hard to hold them. And now it would be too much of a loss for me to let go. So now I'm just like holding a stock that I don't really have too much faith in. And it just doesn't feel the best. And I'm just down. And I bought it as an option. So now I literally have to hold it. Otherwise I just get like zero or whatever. So it's an absolute mess. So I would just be very, very cautious about buying off of somebody else's opinion without doing your own research, because that's whenever you paper hands and you sell for a loss. And it's just like, well, why did I even do that? It's free money to be lost. So just be very, very careful. He warned everyone before about, here's the deal. And please don't think I'm saying anything about negative against Matt Kors. I actually have a lot of respect and compassion for that guy. But yes, so just be careful about your own, just following anybody, I guess I would say. I was just using him because someone said his name with that example. So, yeah. Matt said before he bought, it would be a long-term hold. So I did buy two. I got 2 shares of coin. Unfortunately, again, I if I would have waited, I could have got 3 shares, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And QuantumScape, and just to give you guys an idea about QuantumScape, because I know I just use that as the example, from $9 and now today, look, it's at $40, and it gapped all the way up to 138, down at 40. And they're volatile. They're volatile. You don't know which way it's going to go. You don't know what's going to happen. Again, Roblox, we can look at Roblox, RBLX, and we can take a look here. What happened? Started at 60.51 all the way to, this is what I was hoping for, right? This 60 to 93, not double your money, but still, whatever it would be, whatever percentage that it would be. And then, so from 60, and now it's at 75, so if you bought up here at 90, not good. But if you bought anywhere else, you're probably okay, obviously. So that's that. Let's see. Matt did say he doesn't buy on IPOs. He believes in this and said you could hold it for years. Right. Yeah, this is more of a long-term hold, and just personally with the opportunity cost of what is going on with the stock, I personally, I don't know, if it was doing well, I'd be happy. And since it's not doing well, it's almost like, dang, I wish I would have bought more AMC or GameStop. And that's just my personal opinion. And that's the FOMO in all of us. And it's okay. I'm not going to complain about my position. I think it's going to be a great long-term hold, and I'm sure I'll be happy that I picked it up. I'm going to sell 5 and hope the others make up for the loss. There you go. And yeah, and remember, guys, there's a time to cut losses. There's a time to, take profits. There's a time for everything. The question is, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Ant says, should I sell my 20 shares of coin tomorrow? Ant, I don't know where you got in, my friend, but if you're down, then if you want to cut losses, that's what you want to do. If you're up, if you want to take profits, that's what you want to do. It's really totally up to you. And what you want to do, the opportunity cost. Do you think another play is going to pay more in the short term? How sure are you of that? Do you think coin is going to be, if you hold it for a year, 2 years, do you think it could go up to, I don't know, 200, or what was that now? I almost said $200. If you hold it for a year or two, where do you think it's going to go? Do you think it can go to, $600? Hey, that'd be good returns. Could be very good returns. Faithless says, hey man, just joined the stream. Could you review what you spoke about since the start of the stream? Thanks, bud. It would be cool. It could even be a super quick rundown. Yeah, we talked about the Aron interview and how it was very cool, very interesting. Good job. Obviously, limited things about he was allowed to say, but still overall pretty good. I felt like he rallied the apes. We talked about a little bit about Coinbase, how the IPO was a little rough, but that's all right. I think it's going to be a long-term hold, good long-term hold. We talked about Dogecoin currently at 12 cents and just kind of volatile, and AMC GME up 5 and I think 8% on the day. And that's it. Having a good time in here. Thank you. Welcome back. Troy says there would be your responsible as a long-term shareholder to leave your, it would be your responsibility as a long-term shareholder to leave your company with that much debt and that little leverage. So I'm voting yes and continuing to buy. Oh, okay. Hey, that's good. Yeah, that's Troy, I respect that that thought. Thank you for sharing that. Because I tell you what, you would hate to be in the position, let's say, I don't know, another, heaven forbid, another pandemic or something would happen. And now guess what? Let's say you're holding long, right? You made, let's say AMC's holding strong at $300 per share or something. And now, I don't know, the pandemic hits, and guess what? Well, you didn't vote yes to those 500 million shares. So the money that they need to keep afloat, they can't do it. They're going out of business, and now you're done. You're done for. That was just a crazy tangent, but things to think about, guys. That's what Troy is essentially saying. Ricardo says, is GME going to go up? That is your call, my friend. What do you think it's going to do? I think so personally. I don't know, what you think it's going to do, but I like what's happening. Obviously, there's some crazy stuff going on, but I think there's a lot of things in the favor to promote that GameStop will be going up. And I feel good about it. Oh, look at these. I love looking at these guys at the end of the day. Look at this, the sell. This person is willing to sell their shares for a cheap $100,000 essentially, right? So sounds fair to me. Those hedge funds are going to be begging for that. And so this is what I'm talking about. So keep in mind right here, right? This is what I talk about whenever we talk about starting the squeeze and just starting the squeeze, right? This person says, okay, well, I'm going to slow it down at 348. This person says I'm going to slow it down at 5,000. This person says I'm going to slow it down at 100,000. Keep in mind that is essentially what is going to happen. And if this started at 100,000, it's almost worth it to just put and I saw someone actually put this in a post the other day. It was, you're better off putting you can do an alert, right? You can do an alert and say, or right here, and you can say, hey, notify me when the price hits, and I'm looking to buy the dips. That's what these are for. And I added this one to see if we're on the SSR, if we trigger the SSR, like it matters. But you can set an alert for whenever this hits $500 or $1,000, notify me, and then I'll keep my eye on it now. But this person is just going to, slow things down, and it'd be great to start the squeeze at 5,000 or start the squeeze at 100,000 and go from there. But with people having these orders so, low or whatever you think is low, and, again, this is my speculation. What do I know? I'm just a smooth brain ape. With what's happening here, things to keep in mind. Things to absolutely keep in mind. Will this person get filled? Absolutely. If it's going to go to 10,000 or whatever, will this person get filled? Absolutely. But can you imagine getting filled at 348 and then it just jumps to 10,000 and you're like, oh, whoops, that would not feel nice. Maybe he's happy selling there, but the FOMO of missing out as it goes up, your call. And I say, he or she, they. I'm sorry. This person, because I don't know who they are. Mohammed says, I think coin will move with Bitcoin volatility. You have to remember coin makes money on transactions regardless of crypto prices. So the higher the volume, the more they potentially make. Oh, see, that's good to know. I did not know that, Mohammed, that they make money on each transaction. I guess that kind of makes sense based on, Robinhood, Webull type business models, if that is it. But I think that that's very interesting to know, especially with how volatile crypto has been, guys. People are buying in and out of crypto. There's a lot of crypto transactions going on right now, especially with Dogecoin. Dogecoin, I feel like, is going to really, really run with or help out Coinbase, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Coinbase, like, and crypto just in the future. I think there's such good long-term investments, which is why when and if we squeeze, I will be going into crypto. I'll have a good amount. I haven't decided a percentage. I don't know if it will be a percentage. I'm gonna have to really figure all that out, but yeah, I'm bullish. So you wish says, what happens if you have a $9.50 call that went to $15? How much would you make if you sell the option? I'm new to trading. So you wish, I'm glad you brought that up. Good question. And so let's say you're looking at AMC and you wanted the option. So there's a lot of different factors that go into it. What I love about these platforms like Webull which is what I'm using here, is you can check, right? So you can see if I go ahead and if I were to buy this, and this is for this Friday, I believe, the 16th, right? Yeah. So this is for this Friday. If you bought one for this Friday at a $9.50 strike price, it would cost you $34. And here you can go to the graph, right? Click on the graph and you can see, well, your break-even price is, even though it's $9.50 is your strike, your break-even price that it has to hit for you to break even is $9.84. So technically you're saying, I think this is going to go to $9.84 so you make money. And if it goes to, and you can see here, if it goes to, and granted, it doesn't bring you all the way. There are calculators online that you can find. I think if you just Google option calculator or something like that, it should pop up like one of the first ones. And but you can see here, if it only goes to, you're asking if it goes to 15, if it goes to, 11.50, you're going to make $167 on this one in particular. And you can do this with the other ones, right? So you can even check if you were to get these. So that's April, you can go down to April 30th and you can do the same thing. And you can check, it would cost $92 and this is how much you would make, yada, yada. So good question. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. And something that I do like, oh, Caroline with the super chat, contact Dry Hack on Telegram for help. Is this a advertisement? I think. Thank you. Dre Hack. Okay, well, thank you for the super chat. So taking a look at the options again, right? And here's one that I've really been contemplating right here. This one is, well, actually, I did want to check something really quick. The options contracts. Holy smokes, look at these option contracts. A lot of them here. That's pretty crazy. But something I have been thinking about a lot, because I'm just greedy, is this $40 strike price for September 17th of this year. Because look, it's $58, right? And it's a high strike price. The likelihood of this hitting is probably not very high from a statistical standpoint in their system, which is why it's so crazy. But look, if this stock hits $50 before September 17th, I would have made $1,000 on my $58 bet. And I know this looks appetizing, but I just want to exercise caution. You have to know. And again, if this prints, then great. you did great. But now if this doesn't print, you lost your investment, which in this case is just 58 bucks, which is not bad considering, you know, what you could make. But what are the chances of this hitting this? And if you're anticipating a squeeze, a lot of different factors to take into consideration. But yeah, so let me take a drink. See you, animal. I don't know who this person is, guys. I'd be very, very, very careful contacting that person. I don't think I have any authority to do anything with this. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it, but please be careful. I would not recommend contacting anybody on Telegram. They're gonna, who knows? They're gonna ask you to send them money. Do not contact this person, please. Yikes. That is danger. A lot of danger. So please be very careful. All right, that's okay. I got this. I know what I have to do. We'll go ahead and put this user in. Man, we'll put her in time, I guess. Take the bag. Thank you, Ron. You're welcome. Yeah. All right. Well, Caroline is gone for a little bit. Sorry about it. Please do not contact that person. I'm terrified. Red alert. I need to learn options so bad. Ghost, I'm going to have an options section in my course. I do have a video on options. I highly recommend watching it. I don't know. I feel like I did a pretty good job explaining it. It's how to trade options on Webull, but it does translate very, very, very easily to other trading platforms. Okay, you just have to find exactly where the buttons are and make sure you're applied for it and you're in. Excuse me, but go ahead and but watch that video. I highly recommend it, Ghost. I think it'll really help you. Heavily shorted, yes. Doge, Branya likes Doge. Gonna pay for her wedding. So good luck for that. Good luck with that. No, Caroline disliked the video. You guys ruined it. I'm just kidding. Dang, I was doing so good. Doing so good. You spoke my middle name. Thanks, Diamond. I know. I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like, she's super chatting. Like, so she's not a bot. Is she a real person? She's trying to advertise with this person. I don't know. But she really wanted us to contact that person. And you know what? Please don't. But I appreciate the super chat. It'll keep the lights on for a little bit. Just kidding, guys. Yeah, we got a super chat. So this is cool. I do appreciate it. I feel bad. I wish she had, you know, a little more insight or something. I would be more than happy to talk about it, but that's all right. Yes, teach me. Thank you, bro. I'll go back and learn. I'm on Webull. Oh yeah, Ghost. Take a look at that video. If you have any questions, send me a message or something. Send me a message on the Discord. I'll be happy to help out. Let's see. I'm buying the 40. Oh my gosh, I'm buying that $50 strike. Let's go. I'm with you. Yeah, guys, I really want to do this. So here's the story. I'll be honest with you guys. What I wanted to do was, instead of buying coin, I actually wanted to put all of that money into here. Okay, so I would have put, you know, a couple $100 in this. So if I would have bought, let's say I would have bought, let's say 10. Sure, let's say 10, right? If I would have bought 10 of these, and it goes to 50 bucks, look how much I would have made. You know, like, this is money. Like, this is real money. Like, holy smokes. Oh, see you, Diamond. Thanks for stopping by, bud. So yes, there's some serious money to be made, but guys, do not let this entice you. You have to keep in mind, it's very risky. Very, very risky, but there's a lot of money to be made here if it prints there. And imagine if it went to 100, how much you would make. I mean, gosh, you'd probably make a lot of money, is what I'll say. AMC is gonna burn you shorts. We're on offense now. I know that guy really hyped this up, huh? He wants to go on offense. Aaron. Jeez. Hamza says, can you tell me your thoughts on Bernard Madoff? Is that like Bernie Madoff? Bernie Madoff. Oh, whoops, I think 2 F's, right? I think he just passed it, didn't he? Yeah, in what's it called? So here's a Ponzi scheme. So Ponzi scheme, got world's largest Ponzi scheme. Ponzi schemes are extremely interesting, actually. What is a Ponzi scheme? So let me see if I can give you guys a good. I didn't want to like. Yeah, yes, he did die. He just died today. So, or I believe today, right? Dies. Yeah. So, biggest investment fraud, the nation's biggest investment fraud. And so this is something interesting because you know who tweeted about this today? This guy, good old Josh. And he said he tweets a million times a day, but he talked about, I don't want to get in trouble. Let's see. Bernie made, gosh dang it. Where was it? Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Okay, well, he tweeted today, he said, and I haven't verified this, but he did say that he turned himself in. Bernie Madoff turned himself in. He wasn't even caught by the SEC or anything. They missed it. They investigated him, they missed it, and he ended up turning himself in. So I'm not saying anything, but I think you know what I'm saying. So let's listen to what a Ponzi scheme is, okay? Because I think it's extremely interesting. Here's what this guy did, right? This guy, so similar to a pyramid scheme, the Ponzi scheme generates returns for older investors by acquiring new investors who are promised profit at little to no risk. And so let's see, companies engage in Ponzi schemes to focus all their energy into attracting new clients. Okay, so I don't like these at all, but essentially what a Ponzi scheme is I have investors, right? So I go to you, I go to Joe over here. Joe is an investor. What are they called? Oh my gosh. What a capital investor? Somebody tell me the word that I'm looking for. Not an angel investor. Anyways, let's say they're a big investor, right? So they're an investor. That word is just venture capitalist. So they're Joe over here is a venture capitalist. He's trying to help me out. He has a lot of money. I give him my idea and like, Joe, this is gonna be fantastic. Like, it's great. So Joe's in, right? So great. So now I get Cynthia over here. And I say, Cynthia, this is fantastic. Like, this is look at what I have. Like I'm doing great stuff. It's gonna be fan-freaking-tastic. I can't wait for you to hop in. And so Cynthia says, sure. And so I get paid and I give it thank you guys. And I give it to Joe. And now like I keep getting new money. And it's like I'm just like not doing anything with the money. I keep getting new investors to pay my own old investors. And it's bad. It's trash. It's like, yikes. And then I just try to hold them off as long as possible. It's terrible. And it's just a bunch of fraud. It's like, it really is like a pyramid scheme. And that's what happens. So just be very careful. Joe, no, Joe. I just made it up. But anyways, that's how a Ponzi scheme essentially works. Think of it like a pyramid scheme where you're just funneling money to the higher up people. And it's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. So that's what Bernie Madoff did. I didn't know it was the world's largest Ponzi scheme, but yikes. Yikes. Worth about 64.8 billion at one time. I mean, oh my gosh, dude. I think he was given a life sentence or something in prison, something like that. Joe Palma. You got me, Lee. Oh, I didn't know that. So Kyle says his son offed himself because of the scheme. Yikes, that's rough. Joe Father, you guys trolling me. Watch American Greed, best show ever. I haven't seen that yet, but I do want to see it. I also want to see the mean short, something like that. You guys, there's a movie. What is it called? The Mean. What's up? Okay, there's another movie I need to write down. It's called it's with gosh, what is it called? Inside Job. Margin Call. Margin Call. That's one that I need to watch. Beware Greed. It's deadly. Yep. I don't want to get in trouble showing those things, guys. You get in trouble for everything on YouTube. He pulled it off for decades. Gosh, I don't know what the out is though. You know, it's like, gosh. I'm thinking about this one right here, guys. Margin Call. I've already watched, guys, in the past month or two. I've watched The Big Short. I watched Wolf of Wall Street. I watched Wall Street with Shia LaBeouf. I watched it all. Margin Call is one I have never seen before, so I do want to watch that one. They're so good, guys. Too Big to Fail. Did I just watch that? No, I don't think I've seen that one. Too Big to Fail. No, but I bet you it's very relevant for right now. His wife and him tried to commit. Gosh, what a messed up story. Gosh, Hamza, what did you do to us? It's free on Peacock. Yes. Thank you. I'll have to take a look. Crazy stuff. Gosh. There's no out as a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, but do you funnel the money to an offshore account? You flee America. You just go to a place where you can't be extradited, and that's it. I mean, I don't even know. Boiler Room. I haven't seen Boiler Room. Is that one any good? Let's see. I don't know. Is this Vin Diesel? What? That's crazy. Geez. So is DTC 005 back up and running? It is currently not on the list. Just so everyone knows, just as a reminder, this one is currently just taken off the list. It is nothing bad is going on. It is just taken off for a what is the term they use? It's like a procedural thing, essentially. It's just taken off. It needs to be fixed. Some of the procedural stuff in it, I really don't know exactly like the specifics of it, but essentially nothing is changing. It's coming back. It's nothing, no big deal, and that's it. So all good. There's no wow. OG Ponzi really believed he could get his investors' money back. That's the sad part. Well, I guess he doesn't really understand a Ponzi scheme then. I mean, I'm sure that's probably everyone's plan, but gosh. Doge, yeah, Doge doing good, guys. Oops, wrong button. Jibber, I do not have any SPACs that I'm SPACs. I don't have anything I'm paying attention to currently. People have given me some suggestions. I don't even have the time to do it, unfortunately, as much as I want to, but I just need to figure it out. Nearing the line 90 likes. Sell wall is fast. Oh yeah. almost got the 90 likes. Let's see. Thank you. See diamond hands, push. You guys. Arc sold shares. Annie, I'm not too sure what happened to Tesla today. I haven't really been keeping up with Tesla too much recently. Let's look at the news. One of the best places. Oh my gosh. I'm so sick and tired of these I don't know, news articles. I don't know what to say. Excuse me. ARC, let's see. So ARC pulled out. Let's see if we can see Tesla news really quick. I don't know why I clicked on the news. I'm not really seeing anything here. I'm sure I could probably find it in the institutional ownership or something, but yikes. I wonder why they would have pulled out. I mean, maybe they're anticipating a bear run or something from Tesla. It had a pretty good run. I don't know. I don't see why it wouldn't rally, but looks like pretty good movement here. You know, a little bit of a recovery, but it looks pretty solid. I'm not seeing anything that makes me doubt it very much, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. We broke the 90 like wall. Oh my gosh. So AMC opens at $10. Hopefully, that'd be pretty great. They're at 951. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to think that whenever the bell rings, they're at 10. Con with some cryptos to buy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I pushed the like button twice. Does that count? I'm not sure if that counts. Lee, I am real. Oh no, yeah. Lee, yeah. Uh-oh. Lee almost got you, bro. Guys, we've seen Con before. What is happening? They try to take you out. You guys. Okay. So here is the dealio. Guys, he's been here before. You guys, dang Con, you almost got kicked, bro. What the heck? These guys have gone rogue, man. The power's gone to their head. No, I'm just playing. But okay, guys, I'm actually going to wrap up the stream for now. I'm going to see if I can get a video or two out. I do want to do a video on what happened with Trey's trades. And I do want... No. You're not going nowhere, Con. The Trey's trades video. Just to do a quick recap of what's going on. Good stuff. I feel good about it. And we'll go from there, all right? So I'll let you guys hang out for a little bit. And... yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll be on tomorrow morning where we'll have some another good time. Do you think AMC has a chance to turn around before May 21st? I don't know if it needs to turn around before May 21st. I mean, I feel like it's going to be great before then. Oh, unless you're trying to buy an option. Is there an option date for that date? May 21st. Oh, coincidentally, what do you know? It's hard to say. I personally, I would rather purchase my options further out, which is why I'm looking at like September or January, because I'd rather pay that small premium. And I say small, it's really not too small, but I feel like that, you know, the premium is worth the security of losing a little bit of money. But you know what? I'd rather lose a little bit of money than lose my entire investment. So that's that. But feel good about it. But yeah, you guys have a great night. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with some music and let you guys say bye for a second, and then I will catch you guys tomorrow morning in the AM. Well, I guess that's what tomorrow morning means, huh? I try to be cool, but I guess I'm not that cool. Irish lady, good night. We will catch y'all later. Peace.